It's another edition of your Power Sector program, Power Wheel, produced by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Keep staying safe and please follow all guidelines for preventing the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz has been appointed as the Acting Managing Director of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Power Wheel is ensuring you get to know more about the complex activities of bulk electricity transmission by TCN across its 9 regions. We had a session with the Regional Transmission Manager of Lagos, Engineer Lamina Adebola, last week. Today, you will be hearing from the Regional Transmission Manager of Oshogbo Region, Engineer Bakare Kazim, about the operations of TCN under his region, especially on innovative approaches the team is using to brave the odds of the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria. We're also bringing you a report on the Kumbotso substation of TCN in Kano State. We'll also take you through your cherished feedback segment, where your input is always given top priority. Stay with us through this edition and you'll be glad you did. I am Chiwenwa Anyanwu.
Did you know that the COVID-19 pandemic first hit Wuhan province in China in December 2019? That the pandemic has killed tens of thousands of people in the United States of America, France, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom, among other countries? That the virus was first brought into Nigeria by an Italian expatriate who has been treated and discharged? That the index cases were travelers who came into Nigeria from the affected countries, mostly in Europe? That Nigeria has recorded several cases and are still testing? That the best way yet to avoid further spreading the virus is to consciously practice the following: wash your hands with soap frequently to keep it clean. Sanitize your hands often with alcohol-based sanitizers. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with your hands. Wear protective masks to avoid the spread of the virus. Practice physical distancing rule and avoid crowded places. Follow all these measures as given from time to time by medical experts and government authorities. Most importantly, stay at home. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, enjoins all to work together to ensure the pandemic is curtailed. It is a fight for us and our future generations. Remember, if you're not an essential staff, stay home and stay safe. This message is brought to you by the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.
The Oshogbo region of TCN has 18 power transmission substations operating within it, with plans for building more of such facilities. The region transmits bulk power to Bini distribution companies, DISCOs, and services part of the Ibadan DISCO network. This region is also core center for the coordination and regulation of bulk power transmission processes nationwide. In this interview, the Regional Transmission Manager of Oshogbo Region, Engineer Bakare Kazim, speaks more about his region and how the team innovatively operates, braving the odds of the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria.
Can you introduce yourself on this program?
My name is Engineer Bakare Kazim. I'm the Regional Transmission Manager, Oshogbo. I was posted to Oshogbo on the 26th of November 2019. And from that time till now, I've been working in Oshogbo.
How many substations does this region have?
Oshogbo region have 3 330 kV substation and 15 132 kV substation. The substations have a total capacity on the 330 of 1140 MVA, and on the 132 we have a total capacity of 1386 MVA.
What major projects has TCN executed in this region?
There are 4 projects that have been completed in the region within this period under review. 3 of them involves the removal of obsolete 33 kV circuit breakers to outdoor. This was done in Ishagam, Ijebode, and Ile-Ife. The idea of this is to improve availability. The 33 kV circuit breakers are obsolete. The parts are not available, and it's becoming very problematic. In the wisdom of TCN, these things have been removed, and definitely power availability to this area will be enhanced.
How has COVID-19 restriction measures impacted on the activities of the region?
COVID-19 definitely slowed down our operations initially, but we rose up to it. Most of our jobs that requires logistic backup are now done online. From time to time now, our requests for spare parts support is getting accelerated approval online. It has definitely changed the way we are doing things. Also, this COVID-19 also affected projects that are done by contractors. The contractors did shut down, and some of them are out of sight. However, we are grateful that the lockdown is being eased, and some of the contractors have promised to come back to site. Despite that, within the shutdown, our maintenance work was not affected because we are essential staffs. We still carried out our maintenance, although with a pocket of challenges here and there. Sometimes our line maintenance staff, they are kept several hours waiting to get clearance to cross from one border to another. As you are aware, our line traverses so many states, and it's our responsibility to maintain this line. Despite that, we are still doing our maintenance job. Within this same period, it will surprise you to know that we reconstructed one of the broken cross arm in one of our lines, our Yede line to Iwo. Within the same period also, we were able to reconstruct that broken cross arm.
Do you think TCN management is doing enough to ensure the safety of its members of staff during this period?
Yes, the TCN management is doing enough. Immediately after the lockdown, the first thing was to issue guidelines and instruction on how we will operate. The TCN management also provided some safety wears that we need to use during the COVID-19. The TCN also provided and encouraged personal hygiene. They also provided for us also vehicles to pick some of our essential staffs, particularly those who do not have vehicles. Within the period is challenging, but we are rising up to it, and I'm sure that we will overcome it.
As Nigeria still battles with COVID-19, heightening the need for essential services like bulk power transmission, do you have any advice to the TCN members of staff?
Yes, I do have words of encouragement for our staff. I want to remind them and thank them for what they are doing so far. As you are aware, we provide essential services. Essential services require that whatever the situation is in the country, we must continue to provide this service. Our staffs have been doing this. They have been at a great sacrifice. That is our training, and that is what our profession demands. I want to encourage them to continue. And as they continue, they should also know that the safety of their life, they need to take personal responsibility concerning that. Despite all that have been provided, personal responsibility is key to our safety. I also want to encourage them to continue, that this COVID-19 will not be forever. And very soon it will be over. And we can go back to working more relaxed.
That was a session with the Regional Transmission Manager, Oshogbo Transmission Region of TCN, Engineer Bakare Kazim. We hope to bring you more informative interviews in subsequent editions. Let's take a break. The program continues shortly.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to verify land near or along transmission line route before purchasing it. Verification should be made in the Land Development Authority or at the TCN office. This would help in drastically reducing the incidence of building under transmission line right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is advancing the 330-132 kilovolt Kumbotso transmission substation in Kano City to deliver more bulk power for onward supply to electricity consumers in Kano State and neighboring states.
The 330-132 Kumbotso power transmission substation in Kano is a lovely piece of engineering to behold. It is littered with arrays of power equipment with 4 gigantic units of 150 megavolt ampere MVA transformers that have the capacity to transmit 450 megawatts of electricity for onward supply by the respective distribution companies, DISCOs. Speaking at the substation's control room, the Senior Manager System Operations for Kano Area Control Center of TCN, Engineer Ahmed Ibrahim Karaye, said the 42-year-old substation gets its power source from the 330 kV Kaduna to Kano transmission line. Engineer Karaye said, in terms of the substation scope, it covers 4 other states besides Kano, and it is a gateway for bulk power transmission to Niger Republic.
We can carry about 480 megawatts successfully in this station. My coverage areas are Katsina, Jigawa, part of Bauchi State, that's Ajari, part of Yobe State, that's Unguru, and Niger Republic, that is Maradi and Zendar. We supply them from Kumbotso 330 kV.
He further spoke of the many transformations that are ongoing at the substation, which serves as an area control center.
There was many proposals for upgrading Kano ACC. For example, the station is awaiting 300 MVA power transformer, and another new substation at Gagara will soon be commissioned. Another 330 substation at Rimin Zakara is ongoing. And just a recent 150 MVA power transformer was commissioned here in Kumbotso. And another breaker, new breaker, CO7, we called it here in Kumbotso. It was replaced with the old one so that there won't be much interruption of power supply to the discos. So there are so many projects that are ongoing in Kano ACC.
Kano, the center of commerce, is also known for its heavy industrialization. Engineer Karaye said the Kumbotso substation has the capacity to supply over 20 hours of electricity to these industries through various feeders of the Kano Electricity Distribution Company, KETCO.
We have the capacity at least to supply residential more than 20 hours in a day in Kano area. And the industrial areas here in Kano, ACC, we supply them 24 hours. If you see they don't have any supply on their industrial areas, maybe it's a tripping or a minor fault. After 10 minutes, we restore back supply to them. And we are in good relationship with them. Why? Because any assistance they requested from transmission, we render it to them.
He said for optimal improvement in bulk power delivery in Kano, TCN is working on reconductoring some of the 132 kV power transmission lines in the state.
We have one of our lines, 203, that the lines need to be reconducted, like Nang Agundi line is supposed to be reconducted because of the old age and the nature of the load on Nang Agundi 132 kV lines.
With massive investments and the boosted capacity of the in-house engineers at the Area Control Center, Engineer Karaye said the substation is having fewer challenges.
Well, the challenges we have here is not much. Like now, since we have the capacity to pick loads, down Agundi line, we need that line to be reconducted, the conductor to be replaced with the one higher than this, and also our switchyard. We want the switchyard to be regrabbed again.
Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz has been appointed as the acting managing director of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Here is his profile.
Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz was the regional transmission manager for Abuja region of TCN before his appointment as the acting managing director of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, on 19th May 2020. He assumed duty as the acting MD on 20th May 2020. He joined the defunct National Electric Power Authority, NEPA, in 1996 as manager electrical and rose through the ranks to become the senior manager projects in the defunct Power Holding Company, PHCN, in charge of and supervising various project sites nationwide. In 2013, Engineer Abdulaziz was made the Assistant General Manager, Technical Audit, in charge of valuation and vetting of all technical jobs executed by contractors, among others. In 2014, he was moved back to Projects Department as the Assistant General Manager, Substation Projects, working as Projects Director for all TCN substations projects, which includes general supervision, defining projects parameters, and ensuring compliance with specifications and timelines. As Assistant General Manager Projects, he ensured the successful completion and energizing of various transmission substation projects, including the Kukwaba in Abuja, Maiduguri substation in Borno, Odogunya substation in Lagos State, and Okbela substation in Edo State, among others. He holds a BSc Electrical and MSc Automation Engineering from the Technical University, Sofia, Bulgaria, and is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, Council for the Regulations of Engineering, COREN, and a chartered member of Nigerian Institute of Management, NIM. Engineer Abdulaziz has attended several local and international engineering, technical, and administrative courses.
Your comments and reactions have often helped TCN to serve you better. We have dedicated this segment of feedback just for you. Here are some comments on our feedback segment for this edition. On our Facebook page, we have the following comments. TCN uploaded the video of the 122nd edition of Power Wheel featuring current happenings in the power sector. This post was liked by 39 people. 4 persons commented on it, while 23 people shared it. Among the top comments was that of Waliu Abdusalam, who says, "Nice job. I am among those who assembled these transformers in Akpo and Katampe substations." Another person, Facebook user Abdullahi Suleiman, posted this: "Well done, gentlemen, and more strength to your elbows." The post of the attainment of the new maximum daily energy on 18th April 2020 generated reactions on Facebook. This attracted 60 likes, 6 comments, and 25 people shared it. In his post, Abdulkadir Abubakar attests to electricity supply improvement, saying, "Yes, indeed, there is improvement." Ibrahim B. Rurum simply says, "Keep it up, TCN." On the Twitter page, TCN tweeted photographs of a virtual meeting session with Eco Electricity Distribution Company in Lagos. The TCN management team held this virtual meeting at the TCN conference room at its headquarters in Abuja. The tweet has 3 comments, 12 retweets, and 26 likes. The comments are thus: "Let Discos supply more and Gencos generate enough power," tweeted Adigun Motada at Micro Murex. A firm identified as Parting Groups at CSO Kuga tweeted, "God bless you." Anike Nelche at Icorial 2005 tweeted this expectation: "We must now begin to make these meetings truly count for the citizenry. God bless Nigeria." More Twitter reactions followed the attainment of a new maximum daily energy peak by TCN. The tweet generated 18 comments, 19 retweets, and 49 likes. One of the tweets was from an advocacy group called Electricity Nigeria. At Electricity Nigeria, it tweeted this: "Thanks for a great news. With industries, larger commercial shops, ministries, and government businesses all shut, it's clearly residential customers driving NESI." Another tweeter by name Dele Kolajo at Dele Kolajo says, "Good job. Keep doing more." In a reaction tweet, Godwin Chimuche Ebule, with Twitter handle at UC Perfecting, says, "This is commendable. Kudos, engineers. We will get there." That's it on the feedback segment. Keep watching Power Wheel and feel comfortable to visit the TCN social media platforms to express yourself about the activities of the utility company while it sustains efforts to improve your bulk power supply experience. Join us next week for another informative edition. This episode and the previous ones are available on our YouTube channel. You can always interact with us on our platforms as we are committed to serving you better. Know that the management and staff of the TCN are a safety champion and want you to be the same. During this COVID-19 pandemic period, you can stay safe by washing your hands, sanitizing your hands regularly, practicing physical distancing rules and other preventive measures released periodically by concerned authorities. Let's work together to defeat the novel coronavirus. I am Chinwenwa Anyao. Stay safe.